It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. So I just got laid off from my job at Amazon. Let's talk about it. I've been at the company for over 4 years. I loved working at Amazon. I loved my team. I loved the role. I loved the perks. And to be very honest, I was so comfortable in this role. And the craziest thing about this timing is, first of all, I'm on vacation in Mauritius right now. This morning, I was having a conversation with my cousin saying that I felt too comfortable in my role, and I just felt like it was time to blow my life up. And by that, I just meant, I don't know, quit the job, move countries, teach yoga. I do not know, but it just felt as if the current trajectory I mean, that's why they call it the golden handcuffs, right? You get comfortable and you stay, and you never really achieve greatness because you are spending all your time, your energy, and creativity building for someone else's vision. And I have my yoga business that I've only ever done part-time. I never really imagined doing it full-time. I really love corporate America. I think I'm one of the few people that loves the culture of corporate America, but I'm just taking this as a sign that this was the push I needed to blow my life up. And I could interview for another role within the company. I could try to find the same role at another company, but right now that just doesn't feel right to me. It just feels as if doing more or less the same thing, and I don't know. I feel like just getting a role doing something so similar, it just doesn't feel like this is the plan. Anyways, it's still so surreal. Like, I'm literally on vacation right now, but I guess I'm gonna be on vacation for a lot longer than I anticipated. So wish me luck, and TBD on what I do next.
This lady is in the tech field. So I was gonna say, Google has classes that you could take, like cybersecurity, AI, all those. Those are college credited courses. You will actually sign up for a college and you can get grants if you take enough classes or whatever. But the problem, I was gonna say the problem with people getting laid off is they're expendable. I mean, you're just a worker. They can fire you and bring you back. The post office hires about, man, 10,000 people, not even 10,000, probably about 1,000 people every holiday season, and they fire them, because they're expendable. They have no real substance to they don't have no trade, they don't have no schooling, education. They don't have no qualities to be a long-term employee. So that's why you got to find something, like you got to be a plumber or something where you can always work, electrician, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying go do that, but you could go do that. But you got to find something that you got to be a professional at something. You got to be good at something that you can monetize. And just going to work and being an employee every day is not going to keep you a job. You're going to forever be an employee. I mean, you're going to be an employee for everywhere, but at least if you know AI, you can go from one job to the next. Like, she knows tech, and she says, I can go to another job. But I want to do yoga. I don't know why, but maybe that's her passion. But if she can make money off of it, she can never be broke, because she can do it on the weekends, and she can go find her a part-time job here or a full-time job there, do her yoga, build that up. She ain't got to be rich, but she going to have a life that she can live where she ain't got to worry about being laid off again. That is a problem.
If you missed my last video, I just got laid off, and I found out while I'm on vacation in Mauritius. I just talked to my family, and I'm not gonna lie, they were not helpful at all. I'm kind of like at this point thinking it's a divine intervention. I'm not freaking out. I'm also still very much in shock, and I think my family, they're definitely a grounding force and one to remind me of logistics and the job market, and honestly, it's not very helpful. So I think for the time being, I'm going to refrain from really talking about it with my family, but I'm going to talk with you internet people because I don't know y'all. And yeah, if you've been laid off before, let me know what you did in the first week of your layoffs. Did you just immediately start applying to new roles, or did you take some time off? I'm just coming back from vacation, so it's not even like I need a vacation, but I definitely want to hear how other people handle it. If you
Today, I was laid off at Amazon. I am one of the 14,000 employees impacted. I was a senior social media manager in Amazon ads, and earlier this month, I actually celebrated my 1 year anniversary, or Imiversary as they like to call it. And it was the closest I've ever come to a dream role. I was working social media marketing and tech, something I would have dreamed about and wished for in college. I was flown out to work my first can line in the south of France, of all places. I interviewed celebrities on the red carpet, some that I had fangirled over since I was a little kid. But most importantly, I worked at a globally recognizable company that I knew made my immigrant parents proud. And even my grandma knew what Amazon was because of the packages we'd get on our doorstep. And fast forward to today, it also actually is exactly 1 week from my birthday. I guess my present from Amazon just came a little bit early. But that's all to say, I am feeling all the feels. I feel really grateful for sure that I got to live out a corporate dream for a year. But I guess that's the thing about dreams. They shift and transform, and I believe that my next dream is out there waiting for me. I don't know what it looks like or what it'll be, but stay tuned because we'll figure it out together.
Well, what I will say is don't call family because you see how they shit on the other girl's dream. Listen, man, that is the thing. Like right now in this age, like how I'm doing YouTube, like you should be spending your time building something in your free time, so you can have some type of income because you can't just live off of one income at all. I got three. I got three incomes. Believe it or not, every time I'll be selling turkey legs at my job. I don't even go out on the turkey. I don't even go out there on the corner no more. It's too hot, first of all. And today it was too windy. So, but I wouldn't go out there today anyway. But the fact of the matter is, I learned because I work so much. I was like, man, I got to make this more efficient. So I just cook and take my stuff to the people at work, or I sell it online, and people meet me. You got to find a way to make these transitions and continue to create a cash flow. Um, like these people are out on their ass right now, and now they're trying to figure it out, and they're like, "Oh, well, I've always wanted to be a photographer." You should have been being a photographer. You should have been taking pictures and snapping pictures all the time, trying to, build you up a portfolio and try to build up some clientele or something. Like you just can't just sit on your. If you young, you should not be sitting on your ass. If you're young, you should have at least two little hustles, little side hustles or idea and putting it into fruition. If you got to work extra time and overtime to make, some extra cash flow so you can fund this idea, you got to keep working, man. I don't. It's like a lot of these young people. Matter of fact, it's a lot of young people. They just think that like, you know, they gonna just wake up one day and just have a bright idea and blow up. But nah, it's not even like that. So, but chase your dreams. Just don't tell your family about it.
I'm one of the over 300,000 Black women who've been let go from the workforce. I am now a statistic. And it hurts. It hurts to know that after all the degrees, I have two, the experience, the dedication, the good work, none of it made me safe. I've been spending my life savings just to survive, paying bills late, stretching groceries, trying to maintain the life I had before this. But it's draining, it's humiliating, and most of all, it's lonely. People always talk about how the workforce treats you like you're replaceable, but to truly experience it, that's a whole different level of pain. To give so much of yourself, your time, and energy just to be tossed away like you're nothing, it eats at you. It eats at you until you start to question if you ever really mattered in the first place. In my mental health, it's been rough. Not having stability, not knowing what's next. It messes with your head. I wake up anxious. I go to bed overthinking. Some days I can't even focus, and other days I feel numb. It feels like I'm watching my life slowly fall apart in slow motion. You already know this is not the economy you want to be jobless in. Prices are sky high, rent keeps climbing, grocery costs are double what they used to, and the jobs that are out there, half of them pay less than what it costs just to survive. It's like the system is designed to break you, right? And for Black women, it's even worse. We're being laid off at higher rates than anyone else after being told for years that we had to work twice as hard just to be seen. It's like no matter what we build, we're always the first on the chopping block. And somehow we're still expected to smile, pray, and stay strong. But I'm tired. I'm angry. And I'm done pretending that I'm okay. So yeah, I'm one of them. One of the over 300,000 Black women that have been laid off. Tired, angry, trying to survive in a world that keeps moving like nothing happened. And this is what it is.
To something to do something. Shout out to my boy Lee Hall in the chat. Hey, so in the chat, in the comment section, we got Glenn with Sheila says, laid off in September and my mom passed a few months ago, so I'm going through it in the most crazy way. Another woman says, I was working at BOFA for 9 years. When they laid me off, they escorted me out of the building like I was a criminal. I'll never be dedicated to any job again. Another lady says, same, me too. 2 degrees, 22 years of experience, single mom with no support, empath, and always gave to others. And now I'm invisible to everyone. Can't get my meds for my depression and insulin. 21, 23, customized job absent. 2,123 customized job absent. 5 interviews, no job. I cry every day now and without my meds. I asked my brother to remember that I don't want a funeral. I'm 46 and preparing to pass. Good Lord. Anyway, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all give up too easy. I got 7 felonies and I got a degree. I once held a CDL license. That's why women are getting into trucking. But I mean, college degree ain't gonna help you, but it'll get you in there, and then you can learn the business and buy your own truck and create your own routes. You could become a man. Y'all better get up off y'all's ass, man. Quit trying to go sit in somebody's corporate office. Like there's jobs out here, you just don't want to take them. You know, it ain't it. It's job, man. Listen, go take somebody else's job. You know, one thing is college. Only thing I say a college degree helped me. It got me indoors that I wouldn't have got in without it. But at the same time, it's not helping me right now. I drive a damn forklift, you know. But I make more than I did at my corporate job. I made way more money at this job now than I did at my corporate job. Although I did get to travel the world, and I've seen many many places and many many faces and done many many things, but it still don't. That shit wasn't. That shit wasn't. It was paying the bills, but it wasn't putting me in a position to thrive. And now I'm in a position to thrive. So that's what you got to do, man. Sometimes you just got to forget that corporate job. You know, I know people that make good money at the post office, man. You know, when I worked at the post office, I made like $25,000 in 3 months. So, I mean, they work you to death, but bills paid. You know what I'm saying? See, sometimes you just gotta humble yourself. So, just sitting there and saying you hungry, and you gotta stretch food, and like Lee Hall said, that's a mighty stretch. You know what I'm saying? But if you gotta stretch food and you gotta do all this extra shit, you know, you sitting over there crying, you need to do more. You need to do more. You need to go out there and be proactive and get into the labor market. Just until, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you, I remember as a I had a CDL and I was college educated and I was working in a warehouse and I was like, bruh, this sucks. I'm just driving forklifts and then man, about 3 weeks in my job, I got promotion to dock supervisor because I was smart enough to tell people I know how to use a computer. I was smart enough to tell them I know how to drive trucks. I was smart enough, to, take on that extra work. And I went from, I think I was making like $14 or $15 to $19 in like 3 weeks. So sometimes because I went from a corporate job to that job back into the office setting. I still had to do the little twos and fews of moving stuff around, but I was using my brain instead of using my hands. So that's what you gotta do. Like you gotta take that, take that, take that labor job to move up.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.